Okay, test is tomorrow. Let's get this review going. So polynomial test review. So it says, what is the degree of this polynomial, trinomial? Okay, so remember, when you're finding the degree, you add all the exponents of the letters, and if there's not one, it's 1. So 4 plus 6 plus 1 is 11. 2 plus 5 plus 3, well, 2 plus 5 is 7, 8, 9, 10, so it's 10. 9 plus 1 is also 10. So this has an 11th degree polynomial. Okay. For number 2 through 8, it says simplify, tell the degree, and tell the number of terms in that order, okay? So simplify first. So we have 6x squared y. We also have this 6x squared y. Here we have a number with no letter, and then this guy who has no like term. Now remember, we have to put it in highest degree to lowest degree. So this is degree of 3, degree of 0, degree of 3, degree of 3, degree of 0. So it doesn't matter which degree of 3 we put first. 6x squared y plus 6x squared y is 12x squared y. Then I'm going to bring this minus 4xy squared. And then negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. Okay. Number 3, you have to distribute first, so we can get rid of our parentheses. So 2 times 8x cubed is 16x cubed. 2 times 3x is 6x. Then I have this negative 3 I have to distribute over to here. Negative 3 times 4x cubed is negative 12x cubed. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. So then I have to find my like terms. X cubed and x cubed, then I have this x and I have 9. So 16x cubed minus 12x cubed is 4x cubed, I don't know why I had to think so hard about that, plus 6x plus 9. So one thing I forgot to do on the last problem, this is a third degree polynomial, or trinomial. Why do I want to put trinomial? Okay, this one is a cubic trinomial. Okay, I do want you to realize the difference here, y'all. This has an x squared and a y, while this just has x squared. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Again, we're going to have to distribute. There's nothing in front of this set of parentheses, but we have a negative 3x over here. So I'm going to bring down that first set of parentheses. So minus 3xy minus 3xy squared minus 6x squared y. So then we need to figure out what our like terms are. Okay, so I have this 3x squared. There's no other, just x squareds. I have this xy, xy, xy squared, and this x squared y. So again, we have to pay attention to the degree. This is a degree of 2, degree of 2, degree of 3, degree of 2, degree of 3, and degree of 3. So it doesn't matter which 3 degrees you put in, which third degree term you put in front. So 5xy squared minus 3xy squared is going to be 2xy squared. And I like to cross them out as I go. Now this is a third degree, so that needs to go next. Then I'm going to put down that plus 3x squared and then minus 8xy. Now this is a third degree. 1, 2, 3, 4. So polynomial. Because it has 4 terms. Okay, so if you look at number 5, the only thing you have on the outside of the parentheses is subtraction, so you need to distribute that subtraction. So you're going to subtract 3xy and subtract y squared. So we get 3xy minus 2y minus 3xy minus y squared. Well, 3xy minus 3xy cancels each other, and you have, this goes first, negative y squared minus 2y. So this is a quadratic because it's a degree of 2 binomial. Whoop. Okay, look at number 6. Okay, I'm sorry I don't have a bunch of colors. I'm not at work. Okay, so we have this x cubed y squared. Here's an x cubed y squared. Okay, then we have this x squared y cubed. X squared y cubed. We have this xy, xy, and number with no letter, number with no letter. Okay, so we're going to start with our highest degrees. If you notice, these are in order: 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 0, 5, 5, 2, 0. So as long as we follow our order, we'll be fine. So this is technically 1 and this is technically 1, so we're going to get sorry, wrong one. 1 plus 3 is 4x cubed y squared. Okay, then I have 5 plus 1, which is 6x squared y cubed. 2xy minus 4xy is going to be negative xy, negative 2xy. And then 2 plus 21 is positive 23. So this is a degree of 5, so 5th degree. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, so we're going to call it a polynomial. Okay, and it has 4 terms. Okay. Now this next one looks super nasty, but I want you to realize it's just a lot. Don't let it throw you off. So let's find our like terms. It is subtraction, so you're going to distribute that negative, positive, negative, positive. And then we're just going to combine like terms. So a cubed b to the 5th. I want you to realize this is not in order. This is an a cubed b to the 5th. So this is like terms with that first one. Here we have a 4b squared. Here we have ab cubed. ab, there is no ab over there. And we have a number without a letter, a number without a letter. So combining our like terms, again making sure they're in order: 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 4, 2, 0, so yes. So 3 minus 10 is negative 7a cubed b to the 5th. Negative 9 plus 1 is going to be negative 8 a 4b squared. 7 minus 13, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is going to be 6. So minus 6ab cubed. And we have this guy who has no like term. And then 14 plus 2 is 16. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an 8th degree polynomial, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. Okay. One more like this. Y'all, if there's a plus sign in the middle, that just means combine like terms. The parentheses are there just to be there. So we have an mn squared, nope, m squared n squared, and then we have this guy. Okay, so this is 2 degrees, 3 degrees, 4 degrees, 3 degrees, 4 degrees, 2 degrees. So I'm going to start with the 4 degrees because that's what's going to go first. So negative 4m squared n squared plus 8m squared n squared is 4m squared n squared. 3 degrees goes next. These are not like terms, so we're just going to bring them down because they have no like term. And then we have negative 8mn minus 10mn, which would be negative 18m n. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, and it's a fourth degree. So fourth degree polynomial with 4 terms. Okay, now we're multiplying. So looking at the bottom, we are going to multiply. Okay, so on this one we have a monomial times a trinomial, which just means we're going to multiply these 3 times. Okay, so 5 times 2 is 10. A times a is a squared. X to the 7 times x to the 6. Well, what's 7 plus 6 is 13. 5 times 3 is 15. A, well, there is no a there, so it's just a. X to the 7 times x third is x to the 10th. 5 times 6 is 30. A times a is a squared. X to the 7 times no x's just is x to the 7th. So then we need to check our order. 13, 14, 15. This is a degree of 15. This is a degree of 11. And this is a degree of 9. So it is in order. And there's your answer. Okay, here again, same concept. So 5 times 14. It's going to be 70. Okay, w cubed times w to the 7th is going to be w to the 10th. 5 times 5 is 25. W cubed times w to the 5th is going to be w to the 8th. And 5 times 11 is going to be 55 with w cubed because there are no w's over there. And there's your answer because it's in order and there's nothing else to multiply. Now on these we're going to start double distributing. Okay, so we have 2x times 5x is 10x squared. 2x times negative 7 is negative 14x. Negative 6 times 5x, I mean negative 30x. Negative 6 times negative 7 is being positive 42. The middle two are alike, so we get 10x squared minus 44x plus 42. What? Sure. Yes, sure. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so let's look at this one. 4x squared times 5x, be 20x cubed. 4x squared times negative 1 is going to be negative 4x squared. 3 times 5x is going to be 15x. And 3 times negative 1 is going to be negative 3. And I want you to realize there are no like terms. It's in order, so that is your answer. Now here when we get into like multiplying trinomials, I do like to start layering things. So we have x times 7x squared is just 7x cubed. X times x is x squared. And x times 7 is 7. Okay, so then we have negative 3 times 7x squared. So this is, y'all, when I like to start layering things. So negative 3 times 7 is going to be negative 21x squared. So I layered it with its like term. Okay. Negative 3 times x is just negative 3x, which again, it's layered with its like term. And negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. So I'm going to bring down 7x cubed minus 20x squared plus 4x minus 21. And there is your answer. Okay, here this is going to be a difference of squares. It's not squares, just kidding. 3p times 3p, oh yeah, it is. They will be squares. 3p times 3p is 9p squared. 3p times negative 1 is negative 3p. 1 times 3p is positive 3p. And 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. These cancel, and we get 9p squared minus 1. Now, one thing I noticed a lot on the practice, y'all, is that people were canceling on problems like this, but where they were both positive or both negative. To cancel, you have to have a negative and a positive. They look the same, but one has a plus and one has a minus. Okay? Do not cancel if they are not a positive and a negative. So, for example, we'll have two examples here in just a second. So again, on this one, see how one's plus and one's minus and they're the same? You will have something cancel. C times C is C squared. C times D is positive CD. Negative D times C is negative CD. Remember, they always go alphabetical order. Negative D times D is negative D squared. These cancel and you get C squared minus D squared. Now this is where nothing will cancel because you'll have 3m minus 4 times 3m minus 4. They're the same. So 3 times 3 is 9. M times m is m squared. 3m times negative 4 is going to be negative 12m. Negative 4 times 3m is going to be negative 12m. And negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. This is what I mean. Two negatives do not cancel. So we get 9m squared minus 24m plus 16. Nothing canceled. Okay, same concept on this one. 4x plus 5y. 4x plus 5y. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times 5y is going to be 20xy. 5y times 4x is also 20xy. And 5y times 5y is 25y squared. Running out of space, sorry y'all. So we get 16x squared. These are like terms. They do not cancel. 40xy plus 25y squared. Another big thing I noticed is when y'all multiply like x times x, y'all would just put x. X times x is x squared, so make sure you're doing that. Okay, the last three are division. Remember, you always want to check to make sure you aren't missing a term. So we have 3, 2, 1, 0. Nothing's missing. 1, 0. Okay, so x times x squared gives us x cubed. Okay, x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times negative 2 is negative 2x squared. Okay, one thing I want you to realize is two positives don't cancel, so we have to subtract. Double negative makes a positive. This cancels and I get negative 2x squared. Have to have two terms because there's two terms here. And now I'm paying attention to here and here and here. Okay, so x times what gives me negative 2x squared? Well, negative 2x. So negative 2x times x is negative 2x squared. Negative 2x times negative 2 is positive 4x, but we have to subtract, so subtract, subtract. This cancels because two negatives makes a positive. And this gives me negative 2x. Bring down my 5. Now we're paying attention to here, here, and here. So x times negative 2 gives me negative 2x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 4. Subtract makes plus. And I get 1 as a remainder. So remember, you always put a plus sign, make a fraction, remainder on top, divisor on bottom. So we get x squared minus 2x minus 2 plus 1 over x minus 2. So number 19. Now we have 3, 2. We're missing a degree of 1. So we're going to rewrite it like this. 2x cubed plus 4x squared plus 0x minus 5, x plus 3. So x times what gives me 2x cubed? Well, 2x squared. 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. 2x squared times 3 is positive 6x squared. Subtract, subtract. We get negative 2x squared. Bring down my plus 0x. Remember, that's just a placeholder, y'all. So now I'm paying attention to here, here, and here. X times what gives me negative 2x squared? Well, it's going to be negative 2x. Because 2x's make x squared. So negative 2x times x is negative 2x squared. Negative 2x times 3 is negative 6x. But I subtract, and double negatives makes a positive. This cancels, and I get 6x. Bring down my minus 5. Ooh, might help if you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and lastly, I'm paying attention here, here, and here. So x times 6, positive 6, gives me 6x. 6 times 3 is 18. But subtract, subtract, and I get 18, 19, 20, 22, 3, negative 23 as my remainder. So I'm going to put plus negative 23 with my divisor of x plus 3. So 2x squared minus 2x plus 6 plus is your answer. Okay, last one. If I'm going kind of fast, remember that this is a video and you can pause as needed. Nothing is missing. I have 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0. So I have 4x plus 3 divided by 12x cubed minus 11x squared plus 9x plus 18. 4 times what gives me 12 is 3. X times x squared gives me x cubed. So when I multiply, that gives me 12x cubed plus 9x squared. Subtract, subtract. I get negative 20x squared. Bring down my plus 9x. 4 times negative 5 gives me negative 20. And then x times x gives me x squared. So negative 5x times 4x is negative 20x squared. Negative 5x times 3 is negative 15x. But I'm subtracting, double negatives make plus. So this cancels, and I get 15, 24x. Last thing to bring down is my 18. 4 times 6 gives me 24. X times nothing gives me x. Okay, so 6 times 4x is 24x. 6 times 18 is 18. Subtract, subtract, everything cancels, and I have a remainder of 0. So my answer is 3x squared minus 5x plus 6. If y'all have any questions, make sure you're asking.